Hey guys, this is Mike SARASON.
And this is Billy Aukstik here, and we are at the lovely Hive Mind recording studio in Brooklyn, New York.
And this is where we recorded my album, Reflections of Self, and we're gonna take you through some of the songs. What we're doing right here is a song called Why Don't We Do This More Often? This is the only cover on the record, but incidentally still a very, very personal song for me. Yeah, I knew I wanted to do it when I was putting together an album that was kind of more reflective, I guess you could say, and these songs that are kind of have all this personal relevance for me. This is a song that my family would always sing growing up when we got together, my extended family. It always wind up gathering around a piano, and inevitably like this song, which is originally from the 40s, was like the last song. It was like the closer of our family get-togethers. So when assembling the record, I wanted to do something as a tribute for my family, which was, you know, kind of what instilled my love of music. So I wanted to do a rendition, and Billy and the band, you know, just crushed it and made it come together so beautifully. So we're going to show you that now.
All right, let's dive in here.
So Morgan Price played clarinet and baritone saxophone on this, and he was not familiar with the song when he came in to record, and he just crushed it. I mean, gave the song so much character, you know?
Yeah, I love his playing.
Morgan Price, who plays in Antibalas, who plays in the Duke Ellington Jazz Orchestra, who plays in Combo Lulo with us, a bunch of groups, fantastic player, and he just added so much personality to this one. Let's see, Billy on trumpet also did a great job.
Guilty.
What else do I remember that this was one of the ones where you guys, the band, came up with the arrangement, you know?
Yeah.
I remember that it was one of the ones where I knew I wanted to do it, but I didn't know how. And so I was kind of like, brought it in, and I was like, how are we going to do this?
Because we didn't want to do it, you know, to a T like the original.
Right.
Obviously. But we didn't want to go too far away where it was like, you know, not as you had kind of imagined it, is what I was kind of thinking. And so, yeah, I feel like we just, you know, got in the room together. Everyone started playing the changes. Everyone got it under their fingers.
Yeah.
And then we came up with this just simple riff that everyone could play.
Yeah.
That got through the form.
Totally.
In just a real simple way. And it gave it kind of, you know, a unique spin.
Another thing I do remember thinking about is like, how do you make something swing without needing to necessarily like have the drums outlining that swung subdivision all the time, right? Mm-hmm. So I remember talking with Charlie about songs where like you can feel the swing, but it's not playing like ding, king, ka-ding, king, you know? And so I remember he came up with this part that's like super minimal that was like just kind of help push it along.
Gonna take a listen to those drums.
Right? Just super basic.
But it's definitely swinging.
Yeah, it's in there. You hear it, but it's not like ting, ka, ting, ka, ting, ka. It's just, it's understated,
and
which is
Max Traeger on guitar as well.
Yeah, some nice chord voicings that help also give it that vibe.
And then this was the riff that we had come up with, kind of.
Yeah. Incidentally, this is the only song on the record that has no keys. I remember that when we were learning it as a band, I remember sitting at the piano and kind of like helping everybody out with the chords, but it just didn't feel like it needed it. I don't know. Something about this sort of stripped down arrangement had a certain charm to it that I felt was right for the song, and you know, yeah. So I'm super happy with how it wound up, you know. Other songs I'll play like 8 keyboards on, and this one's just, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think the horns and the vocals filled this one out nice.
Yeah. Morgan on the Barry. And then we added the snaps for the second half, right?
That's right. These were fun.
Yeah. Those are kind of just tucked in. But when you know that they're there, now bring up the rest of them. Yeah, they're just tucked in with the hi-hat, but just kind of like adding to the vibe, you know?
And should we back up here for a second and feature this awesome vocal performance?
Yeah. I mean, so thinking back to my family's house, it's like it was always a group ensemble singing the song at the end of the night.
Yeah.
And also, if you check out the song, there's a few different versions, you know, from the 40s, 50s, one of which is a version by the Andrews Sisters, which is like a classic harmony trio. And so in making our version, you know, were some things we kind of came up with on our own, like that riff to kind of get us through the chords, and then some things we sort of grabbed from a few different versions, but one of which was the idea of having like the second pass through the vocals be like a close harmony kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And we brought in two singers that Billy works with a lot that I've since become really close with, Kim Foxen and Mel Johnston. And we all sang it on one mic. We did it, you know, old school, just standing close together and just kind of like doing it. And there's something, again, like the theme of the album, I think, is intimacy a little bit. And that singing together around one mic has an intimacy that you can't get any other way, I don't think.
Absolutely. Should we check it out?
Yeah.
Why don't we do this more often?
Woo!
Just what we're doing tonight. Gee, but it's great to get together again. Why does
Wow. I haven't heard this soloed like ever.
We ought to do this more often.
Nice.
Don't you agree that I'm right? We make each other laugh. We make each other sing.
Nice.
You
Want to bring the band back in?
Sure. Do a good thing. So why don't we do this more often? Just what we're doing tonight.
And then I remember we had this ending that was just cycling. And we're like, what do we do with this ending? And then we just came up with the idea of passing around the licks between the horns. Mm-hmm. And again, just really caught the vibe. And it sounds so cool.
Just what we're doing tonight.
That's it?
That's it. That's what we're doing tonight.
So why don't we do this more often? Just what we're doing tonight. 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 Just what we're doing tonight.